Hi everyone, Conrad Angel Corral here, your host of CCTV, Calling All Crafters. Here is an informative video on how you can make a medical mask for our local doctors and nurses.
Hi, my name is Shelley. I'm with the Coachella Valley Mask Makers. I am going to show you how to make a disposable medical mask in about 15 minutes. And then we will be looking for volunteers to help us make these from home. And these are for our frontline hospital staff. So what you need to get started is a pair of scissors, a glue gun and glue sticks, rubber bands, a wire for the nose, and we are using these industrial towels. So a pattern as well. Here is the pattern. I have taken one of these industrial towels and I have folded it in fourths, making it 4-ply, and it's just enough fabric to stick this pattern on. We will supply the pattern as well. So I can mark around, or my pen, mark around the pattern. It's easier to do it that way. And this is something that gets easier as you do it and quicker. I think it's something anyone can do. Great thing to get the kids involved in. Good community project, right? And art, craft, and community project. One part I forgot to talk about here is on the pattern, there's a spot that says on fold. And what that means is like where the fabric was folded, that's where that has to go. All the rest is an open cut, but that one part is on the fold of the fabric. So now we've got the two pieces of the mask, one on top of the other. We open them up like this, one stacked on the other. We're gonna open it up and we're gonna give it a bead of glue just along the top here. Same thing on both sides. From there, we're going to give it another bead of glue on the outside. After we've glued those two pieces together on the inside, we'll hit the outside here. Fold it back over to how the pattern was cut. Line it up and have our seal. Just like that. I'll let that dry for a second. Hot glue gets a little sticky. You try not to get too much on to be clumpy and messy. Again, that's an art you'll figure out after you do a few. So I'm going to take this now that we've got that, kind of let it dry for that little bit of time, and turn it inside out. Now, of course, we want clean, sanitized hands prior to starting our masks. We will sanitize them at the other end as well. Other end meaning when we drop them off. Okay, so we press this out, and here's where you're going to press, and you're going to find out if you've got any broken seam. I've got a pretty good glue seam there. It's holding. So essentially, this is our mask. A few finishing touches. We're going to take some rubber bands and let's see, I want this one. And we're just going to slide it on that little tab right there. Give a good amount of glue. Flip that tab down. And since we doubled it, we need to do it again. We got one layer down. This part's important because this part's going to be resting on the ears and there's a little bit of tension on it. So we want to make sure that we got plenty of glue holding that strong. Press that down. Same thing on the other side. I always catch myself a little bit there. Same thing on the other side. Second earpiece. Did a little bit different this time. I glued those two together first. I'm going to come down with it again. Okay. Let that dry. And one final element we need to add is the wire that goes across the nose. This part takes the longest. Not difficult, but it takes a little bit more time than just folding it and tucking it in there, protecting that space. So I'm going to take a wire. This is just like a 20 gauge wire. I'm going to wrap it, like I want to get like 3 folds here in a piece of the industrial towel from the scrap. So if I can get 1 fold here, 1 fold there, and 1 fold here, presto. So just wrapped it 3 times in that. I'm going to cut the ends a bit because I've got excess cloth there, and I'm going to glue the ends to make sure that wire does not come out. That would be very uncomfortable. So I'm going to glue this end, and I'm going to glue this end just to assure that that wire does not come out. Now I'm going to open the mask, and at the top where the folded part is, not where the seam is, the seam part, this will be on the lower part of the face. This part will be up on the bridge of the nose. So I'm going to put a bead of glue about 3 inches long across the top, trying to center it. About a quarter of an inch down from the top. You can see that. And then I'm just going to take this piece that was just made, center it as best I can onto the mask. Press, hold firm, and that's the mask. We do have to go back and make sure our welds are nice and tight. Give it a little tension test everywhere. We don't have to worry about finishing the edges down here, up there. I do have a little bit of a loose spot here. I just want to hit with a little bit of glue. Good as new. And voila, we have our mask all ready to go with the nose wire. So we'll just slip it on, put it behind our ears. So nice long fit down here, nice and snug. And then you just squeeze right here across the nose bridge, and that wire adheres it to the face. If you are interested in helping make masks for our frontline medical personnel, we would love your help from home while you isolate. We will supply the pattern, the cloth, the rubber bands, the glue sticks, and if you need a glue gun, we will supply a glue gun, as well as the wires for the noses. So we will supply everything. We will have it packed up in bags that we will then drop off at your residence on your front porch or wherever you dictate. And inside will be directions as well, and how to call us when the masks are done, and we can pick them up and drop off another bag of supplies to make more if you choose. That's it. We are hoping to get 200 volunteers that are willing to make 10 masks a day. So if that's you, please help us out. We need all the masks we can get.